have a meeting on the road on Monday morning. We have a meeting on the road on Tuesday morning. I am the CEO for the road meeting. So I call it a director. So I can't even reach high out on the road meeting, on the stage, all in the band meeting. We up by the track meeting, out on the road meeting, on the stage, all by the track meeting. Where we meeting up today? Drop your location, tell me where.
Hi, good afternoon, folks. Just to give you an update, we will start at 5:15. We're just waiting for the other panelists. He's caught in some traffic to join us, and then we'll begin. Thanks for your patience.
We discuss your behavior. By the stage, out on the road. Now we discuss your behavior. Who ready for the road? Get on, get on. Who ready? Who ready? Get on, get on. Who ready for the road? Get on, get on. Who ready? Who ready? Get on. I'm telling you, all work and no play, me say, no way. We don't want no matter that. I need a stress reliever. 2 drinks in my hand and a girl in the middle. Like the gun, we need to find the middle. For the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you'll find me and my friend and them, because we work so hard, so hard. For we deserve a party. We deserve it. Say we deserve it. Yeah, we deserve it. Tell all your friend and them. Tell all the girl and them. Bring all your friend and them. And let's get it started. I say, oh yo, all Soca must take a jump. And like we started by the jump, Like we started by the jump. Party on the road, it's a party on the road. Light it up, bring the shots and light it up. Party on the road, it's a party on the road. Look at lights in the back, watch back and all in the front. Party on the road, it's a party on the road. Come every party on the road. So let me see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere, welcome up to the land of the party. We love to party. Why yo yo yo? 'Cause life is for the living, so we living it. And thanks is to be given, so we giving it. So don't be late, the truck and them can't wait. We are thing to celebrate. I'm telling you, hard work without the smart work, it now work. We don't want no matter that. I need a little breather. 2 days on the road with some time in the middle. Like the gun, we need to find the middle. For the sake of peace of mind, so the middle of the road is where you'll find me and my friend and them, because we work so hard, so hard. For we deserve a party. We deserve it. Say we deserve it. Yeah, we deserve it. Tell all your friend and them. Tell all the girl and them. Bring all your friend and them. And let's get it started. I say, oh yo, all Soca massive, take a jump and let we started by the truck, Let we started by the truck. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Line it up, bring the shots and line it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at vibes in the back, watch my canal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the roadway. Come let me party on the roadway.
Yes, I can hear them saying, boy, stop living in the past.
Where can I find that energy, the raw magic that comes down from the grassroots? Yes, I'm from a place where soca the resounding power. You could feel anytime, any hour, sunshine or shower. You will feel it anywhere you look, and it read like a storybook. I come from when ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it when Rima had it, Maturita had it, Santa Rosa had it, Donyaruka had it, in Mova had it, in Sawa had it, Soparia had it, look all over. Downtown Fed was the vibes when West people live from Lincoln, John and Beaton to head to the playground and who they link inside. Arima and Central, Tobago and Southside. The traffic and insomnia morning down the by West Morning have cars parking like a garage. Me drinks bottle long like ruler in a cooler and we chipping up the mouse to for Caranage. Them time they young used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the ground used to carry it. We used to carry it, but the flag to the carry it. We used to carry it, but the cooler to the carry it. We used to carry it when Central had it, Korea had it, Colombia had it, Dipping Pina had it, 500 had it, when Netanyahu had it, Cuba had it. They promote a finer venue that the nation is allowed one with 20 Titanic, 3 jumbo jet and 40 cow can fit. But Portuguese say that they make him cancel the function. Don't cancel your function. We rock your party with a 1,000 rock, 1,000 flag, 1,000 rock, 1,000 flag, 1,000 gal, 1,000 man. Jumping like a 1,000 man. Everybody jump and wave. Show me 1,000 and just show me 1,000 and yeah, we have your party dancing by the 1,000, rock by the 1,000, touching by the 1,000, towel by the 1,000, people running by the 1,000, standing by the 1,000, jumping by the 1,000. Tell the girl them come, touch the road, all the girl them touch the road now. Touch the road, all the girl them touch the road, boy. Touch the road, all the girl them touch the road now. Touch the road, every girl touch road now. Bend down and touch, boy. Bend down and touch road. Bend down and touch, boy. Bend down and touch road now. Bend down and touch, boy. Bend down and touch road. Bend down and touch, boy. Every woman grab a glove. Every woman grab a glove. Because the road of it touch. Because the road of it touch. Every girl touch road now. Touch the road, all the girl them touch the road. Touch the road, all the girl them touch the road. Touch the road, all the girl them touch the road. Touch the road.
If you and you don't like me, so what? Don't like me, so what? Don't like me, so what? If 10 of them don't like me today, I'll make it 20. I'll make it 20 today, I'll make it 20. If 10 of them don't like me today, I'll make it 20. I'll make it 20 today, I'll make it 20. Some of them don't like me cause I'm on. Some of them don't like me cause I jam. Some of them who like me is my fam. Some of them don't like me in the band. Some of them scared out, in the face scared out, in the place scared out, on the tongue scared out. I don't give a scared out, in the face scared out, in the place scared out, on a massive.
So addicted, she addicted, so addicted. We get in a caravan, so addicted, she addicted, so addicted. Tell them I say we not from here, me and the squad, but when we touch it wrong, not from here. We not show party till we leave the scum, we not from here. We have them girl whining around and round, we not from here. We not leaving nothing, we jump.
Took one shot, got me drunk like. Don't worry about we have it. I'm still young, so I'm drunk like. Lovers, so I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna drink. I just wanna explore. And everywhere I go is get on the left, get on the right. Why not walk up, yeah, why not walk up, yeah. Get on the left, get on the right. Why not walk up, yeah.
Loose waist, walk up your spine. Roll waist and that the wine. Loose waist, walk up your spine. Roll waist and that the wine.
Soca and chutney combine, hotter than a pepper vine. Soca and chutney combine, you give me that dirty wine. Well or not from gal. Well or not from. Girl, you hot like Chula. Lord, you good. You a whining ruler. You take them to school like shooter. Hey, burning up, you bubble like water. You is mommy good daughter. You are steam like Lady Lava.
From his dirty wine, then you're talking steam. And I must come in. It's a pretty face with a pepper waist. Loose wine on a Congo line. Want everything that come behind. Mix the soca with the chutney. Flavor there that peppery. Put in the zest like talcary. Loose waist, what that place fine. Roll waist and that be wine. Loose waist, what that place fine. Roll waist and that be wine. Come on, take a wine up on this Dunlanin. Take a wine, my darling, on this Dunlanin.
Burning up, girl, you're hot like chunky. You bring the madness like Monday, just like in Mumbai and Bombay. Burning up, say you have the wine in Chumby. I feel you with Miss Tiny Whiny. Your love carnival and chutney. That loose wine catch me when you wine for me, darling. That loose wine hold me when you roll for me, darling. So can chutney combine, hotter than a pepper vine. So can chutney combine. You give me that dirty wine. Well not from gal. Well not from.
Hey, I learned that long ago down in the farm. Let go your waist on any man. Beat it up like Tassaban. Hand on the knee is Papa Jam. Now roll it, tell them roll it, tell them roll it. Hey, come, roll it in like Sunny Man. Loose waist, what that place fine. Roll waist and that be wine. Loose waist, what that place fine. Roll waist and that be wine. Wine up on this Dunlanin. Take a wine, my darling, on this Dunlanin. Yeah, we don't know it's lava.
Hey girl,
Chupati.
hey Chupati.
I show outside with my girls this summer. You don't have a ring and you don't have a mister. Hands up, let me see your finger. Up, let me see your finger. You don't have a ring, then bend for the camera. You to bend, 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 you to bend. You don't have a ring, then bend for the camera. You to bend, 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 you to bend. You don't have a ring, girl, bend for the camera. But my man and my man and my man and my man and my man, just stop. Nah, but my man and my man and my man and my man and my man, just show me your finger. But my man and my man and my man and my man and my man, just stop. Nah, but my man and my man and my man and my man and my man, just show me your finger. So let him chain up your head and a sister. If he love his ring on the finger, he will turn you, he will twist you, he will jam you, but never post you. He will make sure the pink in it hold on. You serious and you wanna have fun. He having fun with the child mother. Two house down, fun with the neighbor. Then this next girl buying him data. She tells she man, your man is the driver. Whole time he's living inside her. Whole time he's living inside.
Girl, bounce it high, bounce it low, bounce it up, bounce it down, bounce it down, bounce it down, bounce it round and around the tongue. My girl, go low, girl, go low. Girl, pick it up, turn it around and bounce it down. Somebody call the undertaker. This girl is a booty shaker. When she bumps it, she causing the breaker. She loaded with a heavy bumper. She get it from her mother. Shake up what your mother gave you. Shake it, shake up what your mother gave you. Shake it, shake up what your mother gave you. Shake it, shake up what your mother gave you.
I can see you into your fitness. I will put you down on the hit list. When I come to slim down that thickness. When you're bending down, I see witness. Oh, she never went to the gym before. Up, down, down. You thought you never went to the gym before. Up, down.
Boy, I want you to know my bumper. I don't put it to any number. Take two men down with some water. Just cuff it up like it's number. I want you fix my body good. I want you walk me like you should. Walk me like you should.
Bend down, go down, go down. 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 Go down, go down, go down.
Out inna the road, I beat some liquor with my friend. Him said that girl let my shop up, me look and see a 10. Lean up inna the corner like the corner is my bed. People all I wonder if me dead. You know, she say rum, bust inna me head,
them Ghana, but not forgotten. Them never get the chance of it to jump in the band. We used to drink and get tan, make some hooligans. Me wish me coulda go back, but the memories live on.
So if you're in this session, every man and woman, if you have a drinking and pour one for your gun, just raise up your glass, point it to the sky, make a toast to your fallen friends. Let us never die. This one for the fallen friends. Stand up, friends. Stand up, friends. This one for all the friends. So put your hand up to the sky. The spirits of the cry. Yeah. Legends never die. Your hands to the sky. The spirits of the fly. Yeah. Legends never die. Jump up with your friends before they die. Mash up the jam. Celebrate your friends before they die. Mash up the jam. Judge me if you see me out on the road getting on crazy. Crazy. Like if I losing my sanity. Yeah. And don't judge me if you see me in a fit and me behavior dirty. Getting on stink and nasty. Nobody can stop the bacchanal. We run the carnival. Wait till you see me on the road. Tell them this behavior nothing. 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 We behave it dirty. Place it over. We turn it over. Dance it over. We turn it over. Set it over. We turn it over. Everything turn over. We turn it over. How we looking?
What's that? Big boy. How we looking now?
I hope you find someone else. I hope you find someone else.
I'm not the one.
To love you like I do.
I hope Mr. Love you true.
To love you like I do.
Whoa.
Wow, I tell you all what I get in this mépris. Oui, bon Dieu, papa Zor. Oui, bon Dieu, papa Zor. Whoa, I tell you all what I get in this mépris. Oui, bon Dieu, papa Zor. Oui, bon Dieu, papa Zor. What? Every day is stress. Yeah, I cannot take it, baby, next. Lord God. Wow, every day is stress. Yeah, I cannot take it, baby, next.
Wow. Next one. Whoa.
I hope you find someone.
Someone better than me.
Oh, I hope you find someone else. To love you like I do.
I hope so.
To love you like I do.
My belly big, like a cushion. I never hungry.
Never.
I don't worry. You making story on my belly because it's big. Because it's big. I tell you, big belly season. Big belly season. Big belly season.
Ramsey.
I tell you, big belly season. Big belly season. Big belly season.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? You like it? Think so fat, it could barely fit in the panty. One wine, I would turn your sister auntie. You are the feeling, I know the feeling. Tell me what you're dealing. I come to get you the real thing. Boom. You say that thing they getting fat. You love to watch it from the back. I know you like it just like that. And only takers make it clap. And if you're skinny, move your back. Cause you're looking good just like that. You know you like it just like that. Watch me shake it from the back. You want to feel it. You want to squeeze it. You want me fuck it up. Come let me rub it up now. You want to feel it. You want to squeeze it. You want me fuck it up. Come let me rub it up.
Back and bend. Hold on the knees and bend. Arch your back and bend. Hold on the knees and bend. Arch your back and bend. Hold on the knees and bend. Arch your back and bend. Hold on the knees and bend. Some girl can defend. What a master. Any position. You are 10. You are master. Girl try to keep up with the trend. A disaster. You come, go, Columbia. Come after your master.
the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love. Take up a pencil, draw a heart, turn it upside down. What do you see? It's a no spade talk, neither no way talk. I know your chest say the same thing that I see. And it was a heart, an abracadabra. You turn it around, it turned to a bumper. So if love is a heart, means that love is a bumper. So when I pull up in the party, give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers. Give me love, all the girl them give me love, bumpers, 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 bumpers.
Look how I jam in that bumper, till we bounce a cosa. You're giving me fever, baby, put it in front of me. Bumper, till we bounce a cosa. You're giving me fever, baby, put it in front of me.
But we don't fall down now. Staring. When we bend out the back, and then. Them one know how we do it, them can't comprehend. And when we jump, till we jump into away, but the stress is away. We go wine, cause we happy to live for a whole other day. We don't sleep at all. We go from party to party. Times we could do it all. Fall down now. When we out on the road for love.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. We need to have a safety briefing, so can we please pay attention to the safety briefing, and we'll get going after.
The University of the West Indies places high priority on preserving your health and safety. Please give me your attention for a few moments as I outline the emergency procedures to be followed at today's event. This building is equipped with a fire alarm system, and in the event of an emergency, the alarm will sound. There are no planned drills for today, so if the alarm sounds, we will treat it as a real emergency. Once the alarm has sounded, calmly make your way through one of the exits. There are 4 exits which are clearly marked. Take a moment now to identify the exit nearest you. Once outside the auditorium, make your way to the muster point, which is located west of the building and north of the Estate Police headquarters. Stay at the muster point and await further instructions. In the event of an earthquake, stay calm. Look out for falling debris. Once the shaking stops, exit the building in a calm and orderly manner and assemble at the muster point where you will receive further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for that safety briefing. So good afternoon, everyone. It's a cold afternoon, but we're here for a really interesting discussion. So we hope that the discussions will warm us up a little bit. So good afternoon to our specially invited guests, our panel members, our campus community, and of course, members of the general public. My name is Suzanne Burke. I am the head of Department of Literary, Cultural, and Communication Studies here at the university. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to what is the 5th in our series of public talks, UWI Outside, which we initiated almost 1 year ago, last April to be exact, to promote and engender deeper discussions on issues that matter to us as citizens. For us in the department, many of these issues are related to the socio-cultural landscape, of which popular music plays an intrinsic part. So this afternoon, we are joined by an esteemed panel from the music community to discuss the changing carnival music sector. Notably this year, some of the most popular songs came from new artists who crossed over to calypso, soca, and chutney soca from other genres. Their presence not only shows that the traditional ways of entering the carnival space are changing, but also that the new genres of music are transforming our sonic landscape. So today, we will track the journey of two of these artists, Anthony LaFleur, otherwise known as Squeezy Rankin, and Keisha Harris, otherwise known as Lady Lava, to get a better sense of this phenomenon. Our host for this discussion, which is aptly entitled From Steam to Soca, are two equally well-known cultural practitioners, Abeo Jackson and Omari Ashby, both of whom are students in the Cultural Studies program at the university. Abeo Jackson is a local and international award-winning actor, acting coach, writer, dancer, choreographer, radio and television host, creative producer, theater producer. She's a Jenny of all trades, right? She's a graduate of Dickinson College, USA, where she received her BA, and the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama in London, where she received her MA, PhD in Cultural Studies at the UE. She's immersed in a millennial Jamet consciousness and disruption geared towards the amplification of concepts surrounding millennial thought and action. During the hours of 6 to 9 on a Monday to Friday, you can find her on one of the country's top urban radio stations, 96.1 WeFM's Morning Drive, The Breakfast Party. Welcome, Abeo. And of course, we will get our proceedings going with Abeo and Lady Lava, but later on, Omari Ashby will join us with Squeezy Rankin. So I'll read Omari's short bio before. So Omari Ashby is a seasoned rhapsode artist with over 30 years of experience as a performer, producer, and cultural practitioner. As one half of the dynamic duo of Kindred, he made a powerful impact on the music scene with the breakout hit, This Trini Could Flow. Many of us remember this in 1992. Influence producing music for both local and international artists and contributing significantly to the creative industry. In the past decade, Omari has solidified his reputation as an accomplished MC, performing at esteemed platforms such as Kaiso House, Calypso 10, Kaiso Rama, Kaiso Fiesta, Dimash Grau. We see Omari on TV all the time, commenting on Calypso, not so? Yes. So his academic pursuits complement his artistic practice, BA in Carnival Studies and an MA in Creative Design and Entrepreneurship. He currently is a fourth-year PhD student at the University of the West Indies in Cultural Studies and serves as an adjunct lecturer in the Department of Creative and Festival Arts, right? His work continues to bridge the gaps between academia and with the aim of promoting Trinbagonian cultural expressions. So we want to welcome our panel members and chairs, and of course we look forward to a very productive conversation, which we are collaborating with today and in the previous 4 installations of the talk with Trinidad and Tobago Television. I thank you, and I now hand Abeo and Lady Lava. Thank you very much.
Greetings, everyone. So this is not a stuffy styled conversation, yeah? We're not going to sit here and be lectured at and be preached at, so we're going to start the thing off right. When I say AU, you say AU. AU! AU!
AU!
AU!
AU!
Thank you. Here we go. According to Bumper Soprano, Lady Lava is not a dancehall Trinidad artist. She's a poet. Her creative process is as spontaneous as it is thoughtful, drawing from personal experience. Her hit song, Ring Finger, exemplifies this unique approach. Keisha Harris, the lyricist, the poet, the performer, professionally known as Lady Lava, is a Trinidadian singer and songwriter in soul music. She's a multifaceted talent whose passion for music has shaped her journey as an artist. Her moniker, Queen Freak, accurately describes her lyrical content and the onstage persona she has created for herself. She's best known for her singles Ring Finger, Bare Bounce, Heavy Rollers, No Standing Up, You Have a Girl, Charlie, Yadi, If You Beat It, Keep It a Secret, and Tail Lights, to name a few. Come on. Her confidence, charisma, and dedication make her a compelling force in the music industry. As she continues to evolve, Lady Lava embraces the journey, living life to its fullest and inspiring others through her artistry. Presently, she's one of the most sought after female performers from the Caribbean. Yeah, that's your cuter clap. That is your cuter clap. And as Lava looks to the future, she is focused on creating more impactful music while penetrating the mainstream international markets. Let's welcome to the UE, Keisha Harris, Lady Lava.
Hi, greetings to everybody. First want to say, appreciate inviting me to the panel to talk, right? Yeah.
It is an honor to have you. So let's get to know Lady Lava just a little bit, yeah? Keisha Harris, tell us how we went from Keisha Harris, a little bit about who Keisha Harris is and how she came out on the other side as Lady Lava.
Okay, so Keisha Harris is born Trinidad, Central to be exact. Big up Central. Yeah. I grew up in church, believe it or not.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Right? I came from a strong Christian background, started to do music in church, started to do music in school. However, my reverend was a poet and she published books, right? Poetry. So, because I was, the girl in church used to do everything, help and stuff, I used to be with her. So before the books went out, I saw her read the poems. And that was something that I enjoyed doing, reading them before she published it in the book. So I guess that's probably the beginning of me understanding writing with respect to poetry. After that, being in church, hiding from my mother to listen to secular music, which she would refer to as devil music. Right? I used to have to hide in the night and, put on my little recordings on the cassette, tape it, hide, listen to it when she not home. When she find a cassette with music that we're not supposed to be listening to in the house, she would destroy it. Right? I'd get Eminem CD, and that was the day my mother break my heart. She break the CD in half. Because I didn't know how Eminem have a lot of explicits, right? So, it wasn't allowed to, that music wasn't allowed in the household. However, I really, really, really had a love for dancehall music at that point in time where I would listen Lady Soul, Lady G. So at home, I would be a Christian, but then when I'm in school now, as a chanter, as a girl who I beat any desk, everybody want to say, yeah, run something, and I run in it. Start to hide, no, do not, as here, do not do these things. I used to hide clothes in my bag so that I could go to talent show in school, so that I could perform on the talent show, right? So I used to be performing in school, unknowing to my parents, winning, unknowing to my parents, right? So it was always there. When I finished secondary school, I had a group of boys who used to write music. At that point in time, I was not writing as yet. I was just singing over people's stuff. And I started to be around them and develop my writing abilities. And from there, just continued year by year by year, moving around different people. And I used to sing conscious, like Rastafari, like I tying up my head, Rasta music. And something I just feel like it wasn't really me, because I used to sing with girls and they had like that kind of music. So, it was calm, but I saw it was coming, something hot. And then the man used to say, lava! So that's where lava come from, right? Every time I say something, it's like lava, that, it over extreme to what everybody else was saying. I guess I found my way through the cracks and stick with what I wanted to do. Like the former music I wanted, what I had like, you know, what I enjoy writing, what fascinates me and make my brain go whoa and laugh when I want to laugh about it. And just from developing, I'm one of the individuals who used to drop CDs by the radio station, you know, big up Squeezy. Drop CDs by the radio station at that point in time, you know, it had no and all these things. So I went through that process, going back, trying, letting them hear it, waiting on a call. But I can remember the year, 2017, it had like Magnum Tour, where I would now go on the Magnum Tour and just sing the songs that I had. That's when I did If It Beat Keep It a Secret and Taillight. And you know, from performing is where people was like, who is that? Who is this girl? You know, okay, we want her to come back. And before my music even started to play like that on the radio station, I was already performing. Not for plenty money, but I enjoyed it. And I just continued developing my performance skill. Because now it's like, okay, this is what the crowd, they want to see me perform. So I started to develop the performance skill, writing skill, and just continued pushing through. Started to get interviews from the radio station at this point in time, you know, 2018. And a little recognition where people was like, okay, this is Lady Lava. She's from Trinidad. She doing dancehall music. And then I got pregnant. So getting pregnant now, you know, was a little slow down in with respect to the music.
Girl, do we know? Girl, do we know?
Yeah. But it was worth it. Everything that happened during the pregnancy, the process of me getting pregnant and having my son, and then coming back out into music, it was like a fight that was greater. Because now I had to work harder to reach the way it is I want to go, and now I have to work with challenges. So it's like I was pushing myself harder. I was prep and ready. When my son was like about 9 months, I said, okay, I'm going back out into the industry. No. And then COVID-19 said no. So, yeah, COVID came and put a delay on it again. And COVID-19 was also a very challenging time for me, but it was also a time where a greater push again to even bring me to the position where I am at today, right? I didn't want to say too much because then, you know, they will have questions to ask me. But after COVID-19, you know, it's just different songs till we reach Ring Finger, right?
Continue.
Yeah, till we reach Ring Finger, where I'm at today. So everything else I will leave for you all to ask the questions, but that's just a little rundown on Lady Lava, Keisha Harris, like where I'm from. You know, I missed out a lot of stuff, but I'm just saying, the years coming down of a little bit about me, the insights.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate.
Right, welcome.
Yeah. Greetings, everybody, as we welcome Anthony LaFleur to the floor. You know him as Squeezy Rankin.
There you.
And let me just give you a quick piece of his bio. Anthony LaFleur, widely known as Squeezy Rankin, is a singer-songwriter and performer with over 25 years of experience in the music industry, rising to prominence in the early 2000s as on the local dancehall scene, with his hits like Rainy Weather, Now Play With Tune, Confessions, Back It Up, became instant classics. In 2013, Squeezy embarked on a transformation, dedicating himself to his soul-searching journey to redefine his artistry. His triumphant return in 2024 marked a new chapter as he claimed the title of the ex-tempo freestyle champion of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, and in 2025, well, we know what happened, right? You are now looking at the 2025 Young King of Trinidad and Tobago. We know about that. You know, a little known fact is that Squeezy, his first recording became a hit in 1999, it was, Squeezy?
Yeah.
He and a gentleman called Billy the Kid had a song called Bad Vibes, and they was running in all kind of fete and mashing up the place and thing, right? So as we hear Squeezy, I would also like to get a little bit of your journey, in terms of how you start.
So, I mean, just team my youth men, and they used to sing. And I just used to be beatboxing and thing for them now. But within the vibe, I find that this beatbox thing, not enough me, me not into that, I want to sing too. I want to hold the mic, I want to rock the place, I want to mash up the place. So I decided I'm going to write a song. I write a song. Rare crap, But I write a song. When I write this song now, I'm singing it for a partner. My next partner. At that time I was going to school and I used to come out and hustle a little incense and a little rasta oil and thing. I think I'm going to go to school and thing. Because hard times I come from real. I doesn't talk about the hard times thing, but hard times, real hard times. So I used to sell a little incense and oil and thing in the evening and, to try to get money to go to school. And I was singing this song for a partner. And a bigger man here, Squeezy, you just sing? I say, well, I can hear you on. So I sing this song for him. That song is really sharp, So, I said, well, we over do games. About some song in jail and thing, and I don't know, about jail and wrong, But I went home and I write this song. And I write this song now, we was on the basketball court, and he see me here. Me finish this song, Just so I was in front of everybody. So I laugh and I bow down my head. Yeah, now, you finish this song? I said, well, yeah, I finished this song. He said, let me hear it in front of everybody, I said, but you know where I am? Let me hear this song now. And I end up singing this song, and trust me, the man said, that is what I'm talking about. You see, I write a good song now, go and write two more. And along the way I started, but I started to write songs based on social issues, community-based issues, so everybody could. But then now, as you grow older, and I started getting into the whole dancehall thing. Now, before I even looked at going to studio, started getting into the dancehall thing. Because you see another artists coming, and them not singing no reality. They're not singing nothing about social issues. They're singing nothing about upliftment. They're singing badness. How much gun they have, because them time we clashing one another, I beat in a lyrical battle. So I go in a lyrical battle and I try to sing Sugar Go Down. And then our man now coming and he's in. Then the next man coming and he's saying, hey, here what going on? I have 10 guns under the house, ting, two in the backyard, and them getting all the forward in the place. And I'm like, well, nobody want to hear Sugar going up, boy. Nobody don't want to take social issues serious. So I say, you know what? I'm not singing about that again, because nobody want to hear about that. And I started singing about how much gun I have to. Right? And I clash because you had to have your, and your name started call quick. My name started call, partner of mine come, he meet me, he says, Squeezy, here what going on? And we sing a song together. We sing a song together. We do one or two songs together, and he take the song and we do it on a cassette, a essay cassette. The wrongs and 60 minutes essay cassette. We do. And he said, days with them. About 3 weeks after, he come looking for me because them wrongs were on a cell phone and thing now. He come looking for me. He find me, he say, hey, we have to go down south to record. So we are going to record. Say, yeah. Can be down south in Kenny Phillips studio. At time Casey Phillips small, so Kai Phillips is a little baby. Right? If all you know what I'm talking about all of them, then a couple years after, start back to sing Batman tune again, gun thing again, and within singing the gunman vibes, I realized, you know what? I stay in here. I'm not moving from here. People like me, I'm an underground artist. I stay on the ground. I don't care about all. I don't care about money. I don't care about up there. I don't care about that. I stay on the ground. And I started doing my thing on the ground. And radio DJs again started beg me. They said literally beg me, I'm telling you. They said literally beg me, boy, sing a good tune now. Sing a tune for the radio now. We go play it and,
I said, boy, sing tune for the radio already, boy, and I not going to that. And boy, sing a tune for the radio now. I went and I record rainy weather. And it just shoot off. And I was like, what? And I started recording one or two. But you know, things with Lady Lava and Young Brother and all these other artists saying no. And everybody accept. When I say it back then, it used to be like, you too disrespectful, you're out of time, man.
Hey. Stop that.
You know, you're out of time with that disrespectful. You know? I said, my argument always used to be, but look the Jamaicans saying it and doing it. Look the Americans saying it and doing it. Why they are not deemed disrespectful? And that people will tend to say, well, you know, that is not the cloth we cut from, that is not our culture. But so if it's not our culture, why is it being played here? Why the youth and loving it so? Why is it being played every day in our brain, right? So why, if them can say it, I can say it. And this is where the whole riff start. And I just, again, see, tell me that. I just sit a little while until I come to this point in the journey, you know, right? But I just a brief history. I want to give you that whole history to board all it down because it's not what that. It's a whole different sermon. I come here for, so ask me and ask again. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Thank you both for taking us down that memory lane, your memory lane, and giving us an insight into where you all have come from and how you all have gotten to be here. And in that spirit, we want to talk about your journey from where you have come from to where you are now. So you have now both journeyed into the soca and calypso. Oh, good, he breathed deep, boy. Journeyed into the soca and the calypso arena, which represents, for many people, a sharp turn from the steam, zest, dance hall arena. So why that transition? What would have led to that transition?
You talking to me?
Both of you, whichever one of you.
Oh, well, I get what leader was transition to wise now?
The transition from.
No, well, let's see how it has gone, right? After a certain time in life, it has realized, hey, I get older, you know. Now, singing that dancehall vibe and all that's called steam and zest and all that same kind of, like just a Trinidad format dancehall, a Trinidad format of dancehall, where we like. And the reason why I believe we like the whole steam and the zest is because the bounce. We can relate to the bounce, that we pulse. You understand me? We relate to the bounce now. But it didn't happen to Lady Lava yet, and it didn't happen to whoever doing it yet, but it happened to me. Right? When I was doing the dancehall vibe, I wasn't led right by myself. How they have a movement now, you know, the Lady Lava, the Young Brother, the Nelly Catoy, the this one, the that one, and all these other little artists and them. I was by myself, right? Doing this whole thing. And here what I'm telling you, you're going to any party sometime, and it's hard to be the oldest person in a party, eh? Right? You get hired to sing a song for youths. These youths like your song. So when you go in there now, and I don't know kind of pretensive person, so to play like, yeah, like trying to fit in and, we see my bad Jane, I don't know, I'm not under that, right? I go in the party and I reach in and so now the kind of things that I would have been saying like 10 years ago, I would have been cool with it. Right? Yeah, the kind of things that I say. When I go on stage now, I say it, I see children in the crowd now, around my daughter age, and my nephew them is big man, and like, wait, boy. It's not a song inappropriate in my ear now. Right? Because I've been down the soca road. I tried that whole soca arena, and that just wasn't cut off for me, right? But and in the party and then watching everybody down, the promoter and all younger than you. Sometimes me and the barman alone I don't talk to because we on the same area. And, you know, I start to feel there's not for you know, there's not for me no more. I am comfortable in this space. What are you gonna do here now? Right? I still love music. I still love to write. I like to write plenty lyrics. Where going on? All this madness going on in my brain because as an artist and a songwriter, I don't know if anybody here is creative, but most creative people can tell you that. Every minute of the day, your brain will be taking like a time bomb with something new, something creative. The people that say you're mad and thing, you know. Sometimes you're walking and you get an idea and you go, hey, yes, my thing. And people go, watch, hey, no, that's just you get in, and you're always in that creative space now. And then you have all this information in here and your hard drive full in. And you have to purge it somehow, right? And I decided, you know, I go on, why would I do what's crazy, boy? Now, the reason why I always afraid Calypso, and I tell you this on my heart, the reason why I always afraid Calypso, right? My deceased aunt, Michelle Weeks, she died. Soul rest in peace. At that point in time, I used to live by her as a young son. My cousin and them is Lord Blakey, deceased Lord Blakey kids. So he had this guitar, used to be behind the door. And it used to like call, you know. Come and touch me. Come and touch me. And that guitar behind this door just saying, come and touch me. Come and touch me. And this woman will always come and she will watch me. Hey, do not touch that guitar. No, auntie, I'm not going to touch the guitar. I remember that distinctive, and that guitar behind that door. And the day I went by that, the first time I ever hear the proper, the strum of the guitar, I'm going, say, wait, why is something different? And with that, all I hear is, your mother ass, come here. So that now make me fear the real Calypso. I've been real at all. That cut us.
So for you to come full circle all these years now.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is not no lie. This is not a make. This is a true story I tell another here. Right? I never tell nobody this story before. That's the reason why I afraid of Calypso for all these years. Always like Calypso, you know. Because it's one of the most lyrical art form it have, other than hip hop. Right? The two most lyrical art form where we can be creative and do what we have to do, it is Calypso, to me, it's Calypso music and hip hop music. Right? Everything else is just fun. But when I want to be creative and I really want to get in deep and I want to talk about issues, facts, and I want to do things in a different kind of format, there's the way to go. And last 2 years, I decided, you know, I had to make a change because I can't run from the music no more. Right? I sing in a Calypso tent when I was a little younger and thing. And I didn't sing no Calypso in the tent, but singing in the tent. And then Calypso, and he was used to tell me, stop, run from yourself. Right? Stop, run from yourself. I said, why I'm not running. He said, I seen something where you ain't see it. Stop, run from yourself. And within the last year, the woman I'm with now, she tell me, well, as I said before, most of the songs I used to write before was more social songs now. So I was singing some for she at time and she like it now. She said, so why you turn some of these things in Calypso and go and say? I said, girl, not me, I no Calypso, girl. I attend to that and thing. She said, I decided I go on, and because of being the oldest person in a youth party, I decide I want to sing Calypso. So I won't be the oldest. See, like that one day, he could be older than me when I go to sing. So I thought other people older than me. See, you married, I'm going to be people like Omari, them older than me. And I was like, yes.
That would account for your transition into the
that is one of the main reasons. But other than that too, it's just the love of music and so much of things to say and so little time to say it now because we're getting older. And that is the way for me to go.
And for you, Lover, in terms of moving, some people see it as a shift from where you started into soca. Do you see it as such?
Glad that it even considered me into the soca arena as, you know, within the shift. It's not really a shift for me. It's Lady Lava basically on a different beat. So I put what I like, what I represent on a different beat, which is soca. And I've been writing soca before this year, but but just never singing soca. You know, help other artists write soca songs that, you know, people would consider, yes, it's soca. So I basically just take my flavor and put it on, you know, a soca instrumental. The same thing that I would have probably said on a Zesby. The only thing for me is that soca have more melodies than Zest would have. Zest would be right here, you know, but soca, you know, you have to go different places with it. So with respect to like transitioning, I'm here, I'm there, you know, still steam, as he say, basically is Trinidad former dancehall. But now that I started to do the soca, you know, it have things that you learn in soca, things that you would now appreciate about the culture differently when you start to do soca, or when you start to even talk to, now you meet different producers when you're doing soca. Now you meet different people, and then you learn something differently, you know, about the culture itself, which now, you know, embed different things in your heart for you to feel a different way. Yeah.
Omari?
Okay. I want to. No, we have some questions here, but while you was talking, to me, right, particularly when I listen to you, right, I just hear raps, right, as literally, you know, because one of the things that differentiates, I suppose, this team from the dancehall and how you all approach it, you're really not trying to sing like a Jamaican. So one of the things that for me used to define Rapso as an artist is no matter what music playing underneath, right? I go and sing like a Trinidadian on it. And so that's how I used to define my Rapso. So when I hear Lady Lava, I say, but hey, look sexy Rapso, boy. Look, you know what I mean?
Rapso with sauce.
Yeah, right. One, I suppose because you in your story you said you came out of dancehall, but do you ever see yourself as doing more of a Trinidad form, more than being closer to Trinidad in your approach than the dancehall approach? Because even the cadence, even how you put your words together, you know what I mean, it have a Trinidad kind of.
Yes, it's Trinidad. I'm from Trinidad. But I think how I approach music is like I'm not afraid of any genre. That is how I approach music. Like whether it's Afrobeat, I would do Trinidad Lava on the Afrobeat. Whether is wherever it is, I will put like what Lady Lava would say, I will just put it on the beat. So if it's Rapso, or if you know I go up against Squeezy next year in Calypso, whatever it is, because you know, I mean, a lot of dancehall people Jamaica send instrumentals to me to go on. It will sound a little different because they would create a different vibe where we would say steam, but Trinidad producers somehow what they will say is dancehall still have soca in it. I don't know if it still have soca. They cannot run from, and Squeezy will know that, from them making instrumentals from since back in the day where they will say, yeah, this is a dancehall beat. We who's artists who listen to dancehall know, nah, it didn't reach dancehall stage. It is still soca. We still have soca in it. Like Zest team is dancehall, Trinidad style, with a little bit of soca instruments in it. It have soca instruments in it. It doesn't go like full hard dancehall. So it would just be, yeah. There's just Lady Lava on different beats.
I think.
Say what you want to say.
Me? No, I go say where that is this, right? You see, dancehall music is at different points, as I say, to what we now over the years, The Jamaican and them take we pulse. The African, everybody take the pulse from Trinidad and Tobago and they make the beat, you know. They use we formula and build their rhythms, you know. Right? Now, as you was asking Lava earlier on, I'm saying to Lava earlier on that what she's singing is rap. So I agree with you, you know. Because you out there that sing dancehall now. You out all them sing dancehall now. Back then when we beat each other and singing dancehall, they couldn't come and sing dancehall like that. Right? We just say, hey, y'all a song to Trini. Right? So, but to see that now everybody accept what they're doing and respect what they're doing and that kind of style now. My face nice, my belly big, but I don't care about that. Nah, I got fat, but a thing. Long time you not go and say that on a stage, and I respect that now, you know. And the beat, we could run from it how much we want. It's rap so. It's soca. It's just all the so never claim it now. All the heads who rap so they never try to claim it and put it out there where the youth and them could really jump on it now, boy. And say there's we thing from the streets, right? Because when a man say so, like a Trinidad a long time, but you talk about, well, you might not say it, but you might have resistance. One of them say it, well, you know, it's a nice format and whatnot, but it's not the vibe of rap so, and rap so is a different vibe, and the birds and the bees and the coconut trees and all that. You know, that can happen now, boy. So they will really deter the youth and them from saying what they're saying in rap so now, right? But it is rap so they're singing. It is soca we singing because you hear what are you doing? And that's soca they're singing, right? So as much as Lava might say, I'm not singing soca, that's being little Lava on a soca beat. Hey, we singing soca all the time, anytime, any day. The dancehall vibe, as I said, the steam, the zest, that is soca straight because my deceased father used to hear zest and doing so. Right? And anybody as he hears that song, we go. And I said, this is the reason why they like Lava, and this is the reason why they like the others, because we can relate to the music, because that is our music, that is our pulse, right? So despite what?
I think what you're saying is beautiful on several levels in terms of you tracing, there's a thing we talk about in cultural studies about the roots and the roots. So the ROUTES in terms of how it reached, and then the ROOTS in terms of what is at the root of it. And you talk about the fact that whether it's rap soul, whether it's soca, whether it's dancehall, whether it's Afrobeats, that there all seems to be something inside of there that is same. There's a sameness that's happening inside of there, which speaks to diaspora.
Yes.
It speaks to the fact that the music that we're responding to is something that goes way beyond only these Trinbagonian shores. There is something else happening inside of the music genetically. There's something inside of the DNA of the music that I think is very, very important that we kind of tiptoe around. We get very uncomfortable when we have to talk about the Africa in the carnival. We get mad uncomfortable when we have to talk about it.
Why?
But it rears its head in the music all of the time. It rears its head all of the time, and I think it's fantastic that you all are talking about it. And since we're talking about it, let's also talk about the fact that now that you are openly, I wouldn't even say dabbling, but you all are both deeply entrenched in various genres in a real way. The genres are beginning to have conversations with each other. Has your entrenchment in one influenced how you treat with the other? You kind of touched on it where you say, you know, little things in your heartstrings start to pull in terms of how you're treating with the music. But how has one influenced the other and vice versa for both of you?
How the dancehall vibe influence Calypso for me?
Yeah, in terms of maybe how you treat with it, how you write, maybe how you interact with the music industry, etc.
After all these years, going on stage, holding a mic, and being a ragamuffin. Rah, 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 rah. Right? So go on stage now and try to sing sweet. It's kind of real hard for me. Yeah, I sing a song. My son was a good boy. The words of my mother. Yeah, a million people say, well, but the song real nice. But squeeze around, can you need to go and do voice training because this and that, all kind of thing. I never get that before. Eh? Nah, I sing all kind of songs. I never get hoarse something before. Because maybe that how how my voice structure and thing or train and thing to under that kind of vibe now. Now it kind of, as much as you will hear the influence in my songs because my style are writing different. So if you listen to the song that I sang this year, right, Justice, if you listen to Justice, you go hear, they are nice calypso, you know, but it's sung different to average calypso because that is my style. That is the dancehall influence that I have now, right? And the reggae influence, and the rap soul influence, and all these other things that I dabbled in before. That's why I bring to the table with that now. And it will never be, I being honest with everybody, I wouldn't be that traditional kind of pam 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 pam. My style different for that, right? But the ruggedness, it kind of it kind of
It's embedded, and that's okay.
I had to get rid of that a little bit, boy, because
No, why? Why am I get rid of it?
That's so. Yeah, what I'm saying, right? The ruggedness can't be too rugged all the time. Behave on yourself. I have to get rid of some, right? Because it as much as it's influential in the music, it affecting me from winning.
Okay, I like that you bring that. I'm coming back to you just now.
Yeah?
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that you bring that up because we've had a lot of conversation about what competition has done.
I talk about my voice, you know.
I know.
I don't posture, my dime, my thing, my
Yes. But we've spoken about what competition has done to the ecosystem that is carnival and the creative expression inside of the carnival.
Yeah.
And you just said that your authenticness in terms of you being true to yourself, your voice, the voice that you've cultivated all these years, etc., you think that that is preventing you from winning.
Yeah, it prevents me
Speak more to that.
Well, let me say it. I say it in a kind of way. Let me say it in this way then. After refining it then, to get in this thing here, this competitive way of things right now. Right? Because Calypso and thing is a competitive thing. Right? Every time I hear somebody talk about Calypso, they talk about competition. And the Calypso masses, the people who don't listen Calypso, the ears tune into a certain
formula.
Frequency, I should say. Right? Well, a formula frequency. And once you don't bring that, you can't get to these people and them. Right? This is why everybody goes say I need voice training and all that. Me ain't taking on that part. But you see the rugged vibes I have as a that you only go understand why I say no, that's see it me.
You have to be you.
Right? All I see it me. But that's the only problem I believe as I make that crossover now.
We will come back to the question, right? So with what you're saying there, right? I think that is an issue that it have in Trinidad. Like the fact that you want to say that you had to change certain, your ruggedness for you to be able to fit in to the competition or for you to be able to fit into where it is or what it is you think they want to hear. Now remember, life is about change, right? And something with the music in Trinidad and Tobago that I have been saying, nothing is wrong with change in the sense of the youths respecting what was there before us, right? And giving them the full respect. But you have to understand that life is not what it was before. And we have a different frequency of people. We have different things going to come. Different people is going to come into the arena of whether it's Calypso, Soca, right? And if you sing in Calypso, you don't necessarily have to change you to, well, that's me. You don't necessarily have to change you to fall into whatever design it have already for you to win.
I ain't said change, eh? What I say? Let me put it in that way. Ice oil in the raw state. Ice oil in the raw state.
So you think you need to just be refined?
Refine.
Be refined.
I like to refine. That's how I go through
So-
refinery. I
so
spoil
you-
and roasting.
You mean just like working on yourself?
Yes.
This is not issues with the people in the competition.
No.
This
no.
is something that
No,
you
no.
see within yourself that you want to change.
Not change. Refine.
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 You have
Not
to say it
change.
so. Refine.
Yes, refine.
Yeah,
You
man.
understand? I don't believe in telling an artist or nobody to change. I don't
Yeah.
believe in that.
Yeah.
Refine.
Refine.
You want to go from
Right.
a,
Okay.
a crude to 80 body or something?
I gonna refine. I oil and
No, I
roast it,
understand that.
right?
Yeah, the
Everybody
refine, I understand the
now,
refine.
right? So, all right. Let me all the questions.
No, but let's go to Lava in terms of how her interaction in one genre has influenced, changed, etc. the other.
So you know, from the steams as going over into the soca, I started in my brain and I say, all right, soca, I have to treat my audience a little softer. I don't know why it was in my head that my approach needed to be softer towards them, because I know that, you know, the steam a little raw, right? And so like a little more than soca,
Okay.
right?
Refine.
Yes. So I needed to refine. I needed to refine some of the lyrical content when it came to soca, right? Because now soca is a different crowd, right? However, I liked that I did that and still was able to go over into the soca and carry some of the steam into the soca. Because then when I went to the soca events that I was chartered for to perform, I get to tease, right? And by teasing now, you know, you will see, okay, how far you could go, or how far you cannot go, or, you know, other people get to hear other things, other songs from me that they probably would not have known from before. Going back into the steam side now, when I go to perform, it's like people requesting to hear the soca. Even though it was not carnival, like carnival finished now, and I performing now. And now time, when I went to perform Miami, it's like, cha-cha-cha. You know, they want to hear the soca, they want to hear Scare Out, right? And this is me now thinking I'm going to do a whole dancehall set because, hey, carnival done. You understand? Even when I went to Guyana, I was walking off the stage in Guyana and a guy was on his side and he said, Lava, you know, go and sing Scare Out.
Must.
And I like,
Come on. Sorry.
you know, I saying to myself, hey, carnival done. And I was going to put down the soca songs, right? And it's now, hey, the season finished. I could be able to do steam with the soca because they want to hear it. It don't matter now. And you know, that's someone I know how to put in my brain. Like, it's not a seasonal thing. Wherever you're going in the world, steam and soca, you know, you carry the two. Carry the two and yeah, so it kind of helped me. It helped each other, I should say.
They helping each
It
other.
helping each other. Where the steam making it easy now for people to accept soca, whether the season is here, the season is out, whether it's carnival time, it's not carnival time, they want to hear the song. You understand? Because they already fall in love with the song. They never heard me perform the song itself. So now they want to hear it, and then in carnival time, I was still able to carry this theme into some of the events and performances, and you know.
And I want to posit that I could be wrong, but for me, there's a level of storytelling in your writing that it matters not whether it's steam or soca.
Yeah, I feel
I want
so.
to hear the story. I want to say, so some of them don't like me, so what?
Yeah.
So what? You don't like me today, I'll make it 20. I want to hear that there's a level of storytelling inside of that is very, very honest. And as you say, it is lava on either beat.
Yeah.
And that level of authenticity is incredibly admirable. And returning us to a place of storytelling in our creative forms that we had gently started to, well, maybe not gently, we had started to drift away from. So I think that might be a rationale behind why you're getting that response. Omari?
Yeah, so I want to make a comment and then ask one more question, and then we'll shift over to questions from the audience and online, hopefully. One of the things with Lady Lava is that she has, for me, kind of perfected the art of stagecraft, which is something younger artists do, something that Squeezy has, and Squeezy would have it because of singing underground. Because when you're underground, you tune, you're playing on the radio, and you have to come on and make them, you know, the first time they're hearing it. And one of the things, so one of the things that much artists do, you just kill all your music, and just you and your voice alone. And a lot of younger artists afraid that. They're afraid to work the audience. They're afraid. So you have a kind of, almost a kind of ancestral energy at that call and response, that dealing with the audience, that artists who come up in Squeezy time, a little before in my time, we would have part for the course, quite a hand online for nobody to see me. So sometimes when you run out on a stage, first time they hear your song, and you had to figure out a way to make them enjoy themselves. You had to figure out a way to make them, you know. So I just wanted to make note of that is a kind of continuation of that energy, of that performance, that command at the stage, right? But one of the things I want to touch on is for both of you all, in coming across, right? Because you make up your mind, you're coming across, and then you just slide across because you're bouncing between the two things, right? How did you get any kind of resistance from your fans who know you for dancehall, who know you for steam? Maybe it's from some of the industry heads, from some of the established artists in calypso, soca. You all feel any kind of tension or pull or kind of?
You know, always get tension from other artists and things. You know, once you see you do something, and once you do something, and then find like, wait, how he come here just so? How she come here just so? You know, always get a little tension from. But people, no, I mean, get attention from no fans. The fans love that, right? And any nice thing about it, any nice thing about this whole thing will coming across. Plenty of them tanty and them who back me this year, them themselves know I sing really well, you know. Them don't know that don't exist in the brain, you know. Them don't know nothing about that song, you know. Right? Plenty of them old folks on them, and the fan base real big on that side. Quite plenty old people. You understand? Plenty of the older folks. And the more mature folks and everybody, you know, they respect the music, they love the music, and when you as an artist seeing that love and that respect coming from the people like that, this is where you offer your music, you know. This is where you want as an artist, you know. You want people to hear what you are to say, you know. You want people to acknowledge what you saying, you know. And once you can get that, you're like, yes, but this is where I supposed to be. I should have do this long time. You understand? Because I sing other songs and things under that vein, where in the reggae music and all that, or on a reggae format and thing, and it just fly over everybody's head. Right? So I sing as a calypso now. And you know what's the nice thing about it too? Back on the dancehall scene, I said, let them know, don't come for no train show, I don't do no Bouncy Castle show.
No Uncle Squeezy.
No Uncle Squeezy, no. Right? So you know you say I show Auntie Lady Lava, this one, Uncle Squeezy. It's how that you voice that me. Right? No. I end up in primary school on stage with children.
Uncle Squeezy.
Uncle Squeezy. Mama good son. You know, this. So all that is why now I say, you know what, Squeezy, but there's something I should have done back then a long time, you know, because I don't understand that this is where the music had to go. This is where I need to go, and the fans give me the applaud. The applaud me for that.
Yeah.
Right? The applaud me for that.
And
you know why they applaud me too? Because plenty of them call me for free for the children's school.
And Lava, what about you? You get any, like in terms of from your fans who know you from Steam, or even trying to step across, and you get any kind of resistance, any tension?
No, because it was still Lady Lava. Yeah, so I guess it was easy for them, you know. I was still in the topics or things that they wanted to hear, or, you know, speaking in whatever they expect. So it was good. And from artists, I know. I didn't get any. I don't know if it had any. I didn't know some concern.
Yes, that's the part I wanted. She just saying. I guess the feeling you did not care.
Yeah, you know.
You don't say no artists on them, man.
Yeah, I was doing me. And for most of the soca artists in Trinidad and Tobago, they already knew that I used to write soca. So me singing the soca now is like, you know, hey, you're coming out yet. You know, that kind of vibe. They know I'd like it already and they know I was doing it. They know I was writing the songs behind. So.
All right.
What has happened to a lot of artists is that a lot of artists that can't do where artists who from on this side, come on this side could do. They can't do it. Because most of them don't even write their own music. Right? So they were the most of them that feel threatened by now. Right? And then as Lady Lava say, she go and so and I want to hear Skeg or I want to hear this, whether it's carnival or not, because as much as you're singing a soca song, your song is not a carnival song. Right? And this is the thing with myself. As much as I sing a calypso, it's not a carnival song. It's a calypso. You see, we had to start to identify this genre of music for what it really is. Right? Soca is soca. Soca don't mean it had to be about carnival. It had to be a rag and a flag and a, you know? So when she sing a song like Skeg Out, well, none of them don't like me. These things you hear in dancehall and other genres of music, you don't hear it in soca. So when you hear the next 5 years down the road, you can still hear somebody singing Skeg Out because it's not for now, right? Vice versa with myself. There's how artists, someone this side of the page just right towards an artist who just singing for carnival, right? So right, that's all I have to say there.
All right. So we want to invite questions from both the audience and online. You will have to, if you want to ask a question, you have to find yourself by the microphone right there, and you could step to the microphone, ask a question. Try to keep your question one per person because you know sometimes you come there and you want to do a little interview. We could save that for after, one per person. Right, so think about what you want to ask Lady Lava,
Yes,
Squeezy. Yeah,
please.
come true, man. And if you have anything online from any of the audience online, we could take a few there too.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you so much for being here. My question is for Miss Lava. This theme genre is very raunchy, very sexual, and objectifies women a lot. And so the vibe feels very male-coded as a listener. However, why is it important to you to be a woman in STEAM?
Why is it important for me to be a woman in STEAM? We have a lot of boisterous men always saying their opinion. In the rainy weather, right? They always get to express themselves to say what they have to say, right? So me, as a woman, I would represent all of you all who have things to say, and you're probably in a career that you can't express yourself. You're probably in places and workplaces that you cannot say what you want to say. I am here. And I would say it, and I would represent you all.
Come on.
You understand?
Come on.
Be the voice. Because a lot of the things in my song, some people be like, oh God, she said that. And then some people be like, thumbs up, because I was thinking it. I was thinking it a while. But I can't really say it. Probably because of your work, probably because of your position, probably because of a lot of things. But it hit with a lot of people because the thoughts that they have, is experiences that we would be aware of as a woman.
Yeah, because whole time he's living inside.
Whole time. You understand? It would be a lot of things that relatable. You, your peers, everybody went through it. Same as me, I would see my peers going through the same thing, right? Experiences that I had. And I am just, I'm the voice. Leave that mic right there.
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm really sorry about your beach accident. I am happy that you made it out unscathed. I love you a lot.
Should I or? Okay, I did it. Hello, Gade. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to hear what both of you have to say. One of my closest friends just talked and she asked pretty much my question, but I really admire your commitment to being yourself and to saying all the things that I think all women, all Trinidadian women are thinking. I don't want to quote any of your lyrics because my lecturers are like all over. They're all over there. But know that I know them and know that they touch me. I'm wondering, what do you do to make sure that no matter what beat you go on, if you go on Afro beats, if you're in Steam, if you're in Miami Beach, or if you're in UE sitting down giving a talk, what do you do to make sure that you always sound like you and you always influence people in the way that you want to?
All right, so most of the times I have things in my head that I want to say. And I might hear a beat, and the beat will talk to me. So yes, the instrumentals have things in it that it is say to you, or it will bring out words, or it will bring out a particular emotion, because you know music is surrounded with it deals with emotion, right? And I will just choose what it is I want to say at this point in time on the particular beat, but it would be related to things that really happening. Like, you know, stories that I want to let's say hear the story time, you know, and I will have stories back up. I have some stories back up for you right now. I'm just waiting on the correct beat to express myself or to bring it where I can still bring a little melody to, you know, if it's Afro, you know, you gotta get something that still whiny, wacy, but relatable. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're
Keep being
welcome.
yourself.
Okay, just before one from the audience, let's take one from, I think, online. Squeezy, you were talking earlier about that idea of singing things around your community and that kind of stuff. And then you stop because of the clash and thing, right? One man wanted to talk about gun, but how important it is to have your voice as possibly the voice of your community now, once again, where you
No, really important. Really important. Because remember, too, as you grow older, you just look at things different now. And once you see things different now, you realize, wait, boy, all the time I was singing about gun, and I thought it's a talk about, boy.
Sugar high.
You know, but as I get older, you know, so right now, it's very, very, very important for me to, because the kind of things that going on in the communities and things right now, too, it needs somebody to speak out against it. Right? And most of the artists in Trinidad and Tobago, we don't do that. We don't speak about social issues at all. We tend to sing about guns, we sing about party having a time, we sing about money, we sing about politics, we sing about all these other things, but we tend to least social issues dangling now. Right? Maybe because a lot of us are afraid that the people might find when we say it offend them now. We don't want to offend the fan base. Right? But I know me. So right now my voice is very important. Very. Right? All right, respect. Thanks.
You take it.
Hi. My question is for Lady Lava. First of all, I just want to say I absolutely adore you.
Could you speak up a little more?
Sorry.
Yeah?
I grew up not really listening to soca and dancehall and stuff, but then I heard your music and I was like, I love it. So my question for you is like, on days when you feel like really burnt out and you're just like, oh, I don't know what to do anymore, what do you say to yourself to like give yourself that pickup?
All right. My house full of post-its, right? True story. I am very self-motivated. What a poet boy. Yeah, so my bathroom is post-its of reminders of things that I would have listened to motivational stuff and write it down years and years ago. So my bedroom and my kitchen have goals, and then it have different things. But I think over a period of time, I realized who I am and realized that I am enough for me. And, you know, I fell in love with myself. all over again, like after different processes. So it have some days that, you would feel a little down spirit. I just remind myself who I am, or I might listen a little motivation, or I might just, read one of the, be in my house. In my house, I will have it. Something, stay true to yourself, stay focused. I might go in my fridge and it have notes, it have post-its on the fridge. So post-its is my thing. Post-its all over the house as reminders that you can do this, it's possible. Always remember why you started. That is one of the things I always remind myself. Remember why you started. Remember your end goal. Because before you reach your end goal, it's going to have a lot of obstacles, or it's going to have a lot of things that would try to bring your mind on a different road. And like for me, my family in the crowd, and they would know that I don't have any relatives in the music industry. This is something that I wanted to do. When I started to do it, my mother didn't even understand what I was doing. Like, you're investing all this money and the money not coming back. You're spending all the money and it not coming back. And I had to stay focused for myself. So from that age, I had to like motivate myself to continue. And post-its did it for me. Other people probably choose other things, but just talk to yourself, and I remind myself. Brain food, I call it. Keep the brain at a high level when it comes to motivation. And they say I have a lot of confidence, probably I built it over the years. I just been comfortable with who I am, unconcerned about everybody else opinions, if it's not making sense. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, blessed good day, everyone. So I just have a comment and a question. Just said one question. It's one question with a comment. I think it's unfair to say that Trinidad and Zest music and Steam music is a dancehall version of a thing, especially if you track the history of the music over the past decade. Trinidad has a strong influence on dancehall culture, and it would have changed the sound of the entire Caribbean, especially in the last 5 years. That's based on my research and observation. So I think more credit needs to be given to Trinidadian musicians and their impact in the region. That's the comment. The question, though, for Mr. Ranking. Good day, how are you? As a man going through this process of refinement, where do you get your guidance from? Or more so, who would you advise other men who are trying to refine themselves to find guidance?
Respect, my brother. I don't know what to say now, brother, for guidance from Virgin. Honestly speaking. All right? I just find guidance in the universe, the people around me, the things around me, everything what's going on around me. That's why I just find the guidance in my Virgin. All right? I don't know what to say. No, tell our brother, well, you're looking for guidance? Go down so on. I really can't do that. Right? We just find guidance within ourselves. All we know we have to do. Right? It's just sometimes every day that's getting harder to do it. But we know exactly what we need to do and when we need to do it. You understand? And because of that, they were just find the guidance shop. I can't tell you to find guidance in the Lord because everybody else pray. I just pray, everybody else pray. I can't tell you to find guidance in the pastor because the pastor, some of them pastor like have guidance themselves. Right? I just find guidance within myself, my virgin. I sit down, talk to myself, talk to the Father, talk to the universe, and I just contemplate and understand where my next move is. I know if the answer good for you enough, my virgin, but respect still. Huh? All right, respect still, my virgin. Right? That is what I just find the guidance.
I could add something.
Yeah.
with respect to the guidance now, and how you say, you know, everybody know what they want to do. On the days that you don't know what you want to do. All right. Everybody know what they want to do, right? But you know, when you dealing with guidance, sometimes your guidance is because you know what you do not want to do. You understand?
Yeah.
So you might know what you want to do today, but I know I don't want to do this. So that might be a little boundary or guidance to say, okay, I know I want to be great. I know I don't want to kill anybody. I know I don't want to be a gunman. I know I don't want to be this. I know I don't want to be that. So sometimes that is be a guidance within yourself.
That's it, within yourself.
Within yourself to say, well, I maybe know if I want to go A, but I know for sure I don't want to go B. You know, so yeah.
Big chance and all for you. Good. Get to answer. Now, but as I said, my brother, guidance is in yourself. Everybody has a guidance in yourself. And as long as you know what you don't want to do. I know when I don't want to do something, I just go and watch Avengers cartoon.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
This question is for the both of you as artists in different like times of your journeys. Both of y'all mentioned that y'all have roots in kind of conscious music. I just want to know if that's something you would return to like later on in your career for you, Lady Lava, because right now it's Steam and Soca, yeah. And it's kind of a two-part question. So is that something you would return to? And if that is the case, do you think that there is a link between the form or the genre? Because we touched on it a bit in the interview. Yeah, so is there a link between the genre with message? Or do you think like you would utilize the steam and the soca and the calypso or the chutney soca and the chutney to push that message because it becomes sweet to our ears? It's easy to listen to if you're singing over a soca beat. You internalize it more if you're singing on a soca beat or on a steam beat or on a calypso beat.
All right. So, I don't know if I will return to reggae, as in reggae, the sound of reggae music. But I have songs that I would release soon that would be different to what some people expectation might be. It might be more soothing. I have music right now that is out that is reality vibes that a lot of people probably don't know. That's like so cool. It's a song about Trinidad and the killing and you know how we become so cold. And I know a lot of people probably do never hear the song because you know it's not the steam. So, you know, that song have a message in it also. I have a song that I did for my mother in 2019, which was a dedication to my mother, a dedication to all mothers. A lot of people probably don't even know that song either. So I do still like now release reality stuff. It probably don't hit mainstream, but I will always write when I'm inspired to write. So if I'm inspired to write about something that is about reality or you know something that could probably go on a reggae beat, I would put out the music. I would do it. It might not hit mainstream, so you have to subscribe. Yes?
It's for both of you.
Oh, I done returned to that long time ago. I returned to that vibe already because you are saying, right? I been down that road. That nobody could sing slackness like me.
True.
Right? But as I say, my voice need to say something different right now, and that's what I'm doing right now with
Big up.
with my time and the music. That's what I'm doing right now. I return to the reality vibe. Right? And you're young too, and I say years ago I tell you don't listen to my music, but man, listen to it now.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you
I
so
done
much.
return to that already.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good day. I have a comment for both artists. As someone who was a producer of non-conventional genres in Trinidad music, namely reggae and dancehall, I would like to congratulate.
I find like you come there and want to think as someone who think Elijah Barry from Studio 51.
Studio 53,
53, sorry. And he's a man, do one of my favorite songs, the Ice Sasha. Don't you know? Like the man who do that rhythm, right? So don't come there and go like it was. I think you're a man, put a stamp on the music, right? So go ahead now, go ahead.
I know, Mario, as you mentioned that earlier, you were talking about the music is always soca and always have soca. A lot of people don't know that Don't You Know is actually a soca song. The drum pattern.
You see?
Yeah, we actually wanted to release a groovy soca rhythm 20 years ago. And Sasha came with that song. And everybody thought it was reggae because of how we sung on the song. But as you all said earlier, we always do soca, right? So what I want to commend Lady Lava on is the fact that I do music and we had success years ago, right? And I know how difficult it is to break through in the non-conventional genres in Trinidad. So I'd like to congratulate you and the whole movement for what you all have done, because you all are the voice of the youths and you all are the voice of us, right? And I think what you all are doing is commendable, and I look forward to more music outside of the season, because we need to break down that barrier of local music when it comes out during Carnival.
Yeah.
And as you said, you don't sing soca, and what Squeezy is saying, like, you're not doing carnival topics. You're doing general topics.
Yeah.
Ring finger. That's social commentary. You know? And that's a general topic, you know? So I want you to keep on doing what you're doing, and I know that a lot of success will come your way. And to Squeezy, who has been an inspiration to us, because both of us from Larketa, right? And I have known every version of Squeezy. Every version he spoke about today, I know about that version. And I'm really proud of your brother for what you do this year.
Respect.
You know? And
Big up.
Respect.
What you would have done this year as well is something which I had a vision of doing years ago, is bringing Calypso to the mainstream. Understand what I mean by that? Squeezy's song was the only song besides Marshall Betmer to be playing consistently on the radio during the season. And I always say that our Calypso music, if we produce it a little differently, which I think you have a different production and how you sung it was different, that is what made a lot of radio stations play your song. And we have a lot of talented Calypso artists. I think if they collaborate with different producers and whatnot, the music could play on radio, because Calypso is a beautiful genre. As Squeeze said, that and hip hop is most lyrical. So just imagine if you get some of these talented Calypso artists to collaborate with certain producers and have songs that could be playing consistently, I think the music could really grow from that.
I want to say, right? This is what I realize. Over the years, Calypso has become a music where there's a certain fan base, and the artists and them sing for a certain fan base of a demographic of people. That is all they sing for, right? A lot of the Calypso artists hide the song, they hide it, until Calypso, back then, long before, we used to know all the Calypso songs on them. We used to know the songs on them, because we used to write for the people. Now everybody has write for the competition. That's my take, eh? Everybody has write for the competition. So by writing for the competition now, what the artist is going to do is they're going to hold the song as long as they can hold it, because they don't want it to get too long and drawn out and boring the people there. So when the competition starts, that is not what I did. I decided I'm going to put my song for the people. I write in Calypso for the people. And that is all we need to do. Write music for the people, not for ourselves, not for the competition, for the people. That's all we need to do. And you're going to see it blow up big again. Because I say, it's a nice art form. It's a nice genre of music. But we lost respect for it, because you're writing for competition alone. Yeah. That is all I say, right? Respect.
Yeah, man.
All right. So we have time for about 3 more questions.
All right, good evening, folks. Hello. This question is for Lady Lava, feminist icon and poet. But of course, you can feel free to answer. Speaking as a published poet myself, can you comment a little bit about the poetry that goes into writing steam and soca? Because I think that we have a very reductive view of our own genres, and we don't think that it's as complex and as nuanced as it is. But when I hear Folks, all of my lecturers, I'm so sorry, put my back shot ball like a cow. I'm like, how she write that? We should come out with that. So I'd really love for you to comment on the nuances of writing poetry in our context and for your specific topics that my lecturers absolutely never heard me say or know that I listened to. Okay, guys?
I think it has just come now because probably yeah, I read plenty. Well, used to. Big up C for that. She used to be getting my books all the time, and probably the books, you know, a lot of the Zane books. Right? Sex Chronicle 1 and 2. You know, so all these are books that I have read before, and you know, my ability to rhyme and use metaphors and similes and these things, just I put it in this theme. So, you know, I'll try to make a comparison to something that has totally nothing to do with what I'm speaking about most of the times. So that's where the poetry come in on the beat. I used to try to write poems and thing long time. All in a Crixton though. I never put it nowhere. It's in my Crixton home.
As a published poet, publish your thing, huh? Publish it, Miss Lava. Publish it.
I'll do some reviews. I'll do some reviews on it. Yeah, but it's just the metaphors, the similes, and a lot of reading. Probably the books of choice that I had choose to read at that point in time. You're welcome.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Really
Hi.
nice to be here and listening to these conversations. I have a comment and then a question. So this topic is very intriguing because in Barbados, in the late 80s, we would have experienced a similar thing. I don't know how many people know that, which is to say that Lil Rick and Peter Ram would have started off as DJs, Mike Men in the Zest. I used to run up my parents' house every Thursday night. It was like attic, which is what they had here in Trinidad in those times. I used to call the penthouse, right in the heart of Bridgetown, in the ground. And you ain't leaving there till 6, 7 in the morning. And when you come home, you have to drop off your clothes outside your parents' house because they smell so. That is where Lil Rick and Peter Ram's career started. And what is interesting, as we all know, they are now soca artists. So we had a similar shift. And one of Lil Rick's song, Glamour Gal Wine, which actually has been brought back this year because of a ban, because now they see that as heritage. Got me thinking when I saw this theme to soca, we had a similar shift. The minibus culture would have helped trigger that. So I'm just wondering, what if there are any social dynamics, if anything happened on the ground, then that would have triggered you, in particular Lady Lava, to make that shift going from the steam to the soca, if in the zest you realize, as you say, the bunks, if people from in the soca dispensation started coming into the zest, that kind of thing, I don't know. It's just a curiosity. What, if anything was going on, triggered it? Thank you.
I don't think it had any big reason, like any reason for me really to say, well, I'm trying to think if it even had a conversation for me to make the shift. It was me doing this theme, and I think it started because of writing. So the person who is my manager at this point in time would have come to me to finish a song for Uncle Ellis. Right? And we did the part for Uncle Ellis. And then he challenged the next year and he was like, we will write soca. I was like, okay. I don't think we did anything the other year. But then he sent out a whole instrumental and he said he have a project. And he wanted me to do the project. And I started in the soca because he wanted the youths to be more involved in the soca. This is where it started, as I speaking, I remember. So a lot of the producers in Trinidad who do soca right now, they find like a lot of the youth wasn't involved, right, in the soca, or they was not interested in the soca music. So it was talks on the ground. And then he came to me with a project where he said he wanted to challenge the people who doing STEAM for us to create soca songs for them, right? And let them try to do soca. Explicit, a lot of people probably know who Explicit is. He had the trailer jam rhythm, and the trailer jam rhythm was in the recycle bin. It was ready to dispose because he had sent it to a lot of soca artists, and nobody came up with anything. They didn't like it. They didn't, all the different things, right? And my manager went into his recycle bin, and we took all the instruments that he was going to throw away for that year. And we say, okay, we're going to take it and create soca, right? Create soca that the artist that is in STEAM would feel comfortable doing, so that we could draw the youths that are looking at them into the soca for the carnival, right? And then I came up with, where we going right on? I don't know how to lie my wa. And I say, yeah, Trinidad Killer was sung good on that, right? And we gave it to Trinidad Killer. And we had all the artists pinpoint who we wanted. We wanted Trinidad Killer, we wanted Temper, we wanted Young Brother, and we wanted Lyrical. Right? We didn't have Young Brother, sorry. We wanted Lyrical. And then Temper's in the kitchen, and it's like, I come to open Pandora box. I come to make them bend down and touch his side behind me, baby, don't watch. Right? So it was just, we was creating the, you know, things that people would be relatable. It's soca, it's a soca instrumental, but the youths will watch now because of who's singing it. It's Temper. Temper coming, Temper is STEAM. And the youths and them already log into Temper. So the youths and them now will want to partake in the, you know, in the carnival because of who it is. The other song that was written was actually written for Lyrical, and Lyrical was sticking. So, Bubble and Wine, we end up give Young Brother it. And Young Brother sang the song. So, like, that was the introduction. And me starting to work with the people in soca. That year, we also did a song for Nessa Preppy and other artists. And from there, it was really us trying to bring the younger ones into the carnival, because, you know, it's always a topic with that. And from there, you know, I just kind of fall in love with doing it and the soca and understanding different things with it. So
I just want to say that's really fascinating because that's what created the genre in Barbados, bashment, to get the young people to come inside, which is Stiffy and all them who would have come after Lyric like the godfather, the bashment.
Yeah, the bashment soca. No. Yeah, so that's what kind of started the transition in, was to get the youth involved and see if, you know, yeah.
We have one more question there.
Good evening, everyone. So as artists who have both made, you know, transitions across genres, I was wondering if I don't know if you will be able to talk about it, but did you face any pushback from other artists who were in the genre that you were trying to tap into? Because as we said earlier, like, you know, a lot of things have become very competitive. So did you face any backlash from fellow creators for making those transitions?
No. Well, for me, it's a no.
You don't study them, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, it does always face pushback from people because people find it right to be there. That's what artists believe they own a genre, you know. They own a genre, you know. They believe, hey, what you come in here for? No. Go back so where you are, where are custom being, go back so. I going through that. I can tell them about that. Don't study them.
Yeah.
right? When they study them, how does go? A lot of people, you could do what they can do, but they can't do what you could do. And there's the reason why you just get pushed back. So you don't study them. You don't study them at all. Yesterday, you don't study them.
Beautifully answered. As we're getting ready
Yeah, well, you're real cool, boy.
to wrap. Yes, I see you struggling. I see the struggle. As we're getting ready to wrap, just a couple of things in terms of, one, you being part of and the way you had to like think about it and remember that you were part of a major infiltration and intervention within the space in terms of encouraging, opening the door, orchestrating, opening a door for young people to step into the soca arena. That is a major, major accomplishment. And I need you to understand that it is a major signpost in your career. Major signpost. And I'm piggybacking on that comment in terms of what some of the other young women in this space. When I talk about Jamet consciousness, Walking Power, Tony Hall, in terms of understanding what the archetype of the Jamet is and who she is in this space. We know the Jamet started as an entire class of people, but then specifically leaned into womanness. The Caribbean, Trinidadian, Black, in a lot of ways, womanness. And some people say feminist, I say Jamet. And the understanding of Jamet as an intervention and a space for empowerment. And I want to thank you for stepping into that role in a major way in the carnival space. I don't know if it's necessarily something that you consciously did and said, this is my archetype. It probably has never occurred to you in that way. But for many of us looking on, for whom that is the way we program, that's the way we process the carnival space, it is very, very clear that that is what you have come to represent in the space. And I want to thank you for that, for navigating spaces that other women are terrified to navigate because they've been told and they've bought into respectability, the politics of respectability. So thank you for giving those women voices.
Indeed. I also want to take this time to thank you both for coming out and sharing your story. This idea of one of the things when history is happening, right? When you're close up on it like this, it's sometimes difficult to recognize. But something happened this year. It didn't start happening this year, but something happened this year that foundationally might have started some years ago. Squeezy, you are the young king. Think about that. You understand? You are the young king. Squeezy would have been preparing for this over time. You know, Squeezy wasn't afraid to do the work. Squeezy used to meet you and say, hey, look my music here. Buy this. Right? And one of the things,
That's something very hard to do, eh?
And understand this, when you hear about men doing that in America, Master P and them just get once it are praised, people used to want to bend and squeeze for that. But there's a kind of belief in yourself and an understanding that there's my thing and people have to hear it. The radio is bound to play me, but there's my thing. And he went from selling it on CD to gain your drive, to gain your QR code, right?
Up to the time.
Right? and Lady Lava, to step into a space, people just talk all kind of thing, eh? And over the years it had plenty of women in soca, but have no doubt that soca is a kind of man space. And as a woman, when you enter in there, you can't enter soft. You understand? You have to kick in door, right? And you come in and you do that. One of the other things I just want to note, right? Just as a point of interest, and did you know that in the Soca Fete and them, when them big flag waving, who was the flag crew, Squeezy? Curtain crew. It had a certain man used to be diving out as a mystery man, flying out of the thing, just running on the stage and diving, you see in his face, and that was Squeezy. That was Squeezy, eh?
Yeah.
Squeeze used to make miles off at that stage.
You know?
I just want you to know they think that go down in history easy, you know. And we have to understand that when we engage in culture, we just engage in culture with full chest. And I hope all you understand that. I hope all you understand the journey. I hope all you understand the commitment it takes. And I hope all you understand the belief in yourself. And I love how you take the time to engage with what's happening, because plenty time in research, we just find ourselves running down the phenomenon, right? And we'll be far behind sometime. Things does happen, and we now coming to talk about it in academia. I like how we're trying to keep right up on the thing, man.
Right up on it, man.
So we give thanks for that. Yeah? And I want, yeah, nice. I gain thanks and you're supposed to get thanks, right? So go ahead and get thanks.
I don't know what I did to end up here following this amazing panel this afternoon. And it's very cool. So I'm not going to keep you very long. My name is Douglas Brunton, and I'm moving the vote of thanks. Thank all of you for coming out this afternoon to have the conversation from steam to soca. And I would like to ask you to give a round of applause to our panel, Lady Lava, Squeezy Rankin, our moderators, Abiel Jackson, Omari Ashby. And this is the 5th time that we've been working with Trinidad and Tobago Television, and we want to thank them again for taking this conversation to the country. And then there's the team behind this that made it happen. I would like you to thank them for making this happen. And last but not least, this would not have happened without you. So again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for making this a success. And stay tuned, because this is not the last panel that we'll be having this year. Thank you very much.
So we just want to give guests a token of our appreciation. So we want to call upon First Lady Lava, and we want to thank Dr. Charissa Granger for giving the token.
I appreciate.
Squeezy. And we want to thank a certain Shamilia Thomas Ashby of TTT Limited for making the live possible. Come.
Take your time coming down them steps. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, once again, thank you very much. And you all can now feel free to get warm.
Thanks again, folks.
Thank you, everyone.
Outside, I'll have